Welcome everybody to the stream, because this is where I'm starting. You can see on the map, I'm just starting to move along from Thrumster House. I'll take it back, just so that everybody can see exactly where we're starting. There, Thrumster House. Amazing place. I had a look at it. If I could afford to stay, that was £98 a night, I think. But the rooms look beautiful and the grounds look beautiful. So I just need to get where I can see the stream like that. And we're all set to go. Don't want to click anything, move anything out of the way. So I said, how is everybody? Nick said he's fine. Are you still there? I've already booked my night for the next stop. And that is at the Blends Latheronwheel. Lovely name. I'd like to go and live there. I like names with unusual places with unusual names. Latheronwheel, Catherinewheel. Jojo, welcome to the stream. It's been going absolutely fine, trust me, as you can see by the fact that we've only just started. Right. We'll start the one game off again. Apparently, Anita, who couldn't go on the chat because she's watching it on the telly, was the closest. But, don't know. Jam officially was able to give the figure. But we can play the same game again. We're on 0.4 miles now. You can see the little line. Until the 3-mile stage to guess exactly how long to the nearest tenth of a mile that this little stage is going to be. Yeah, introductions. Nick, Joanne, Nick. Have you ever met? No, I don't think you've met before. Joanne is my backup wife, just in case anything happens to Linda. Nick is an ex-work colleague who miraculously turned into a very good friend. Joanne is, sounds wrong to say the wife, my best mate, because she's not just the wife of my best mate, she's a mate as well. Nick used to work at Gloucester House, which is one of the things that the money that I raise will go towards. He's now a postman, but a postman in quarantine. And you're both lovely people. I can drink cups of tea as well. There's limits, Nick. You know, I need my home comfort. I will, yeah, if I get to do it for real, because I don't know whether it's this bike, or whether it's just the age I am now, but I cannot ride with no hands. So it's kind of a luxury that I can do this, but professional cyclists can do this all the time. I used to be able to as a kid easily. I could ride sat on the handlebars. Oh, I did go around that corner. That was a steep corner, wasn't it? On the main road now. So if you watched the stream did you watch the stream live last night? Or the recording? So, Nick, I know Joanne already has, and she has her privacy turned off because her little thing came up, although I missed it when it happened. I saw it on a recording, a little announcement. If you haven't subscribed and you want to, that's great. If you don't, I won't be offended much. But if you're going to subscribe, I would suggest that you go into your YouTube settings. So go in your channel settings and privacy, and you'll find two little on-off switches. One's for your playlists and one's for your channels that you subscribe to. And you want to, well, you can put them both off, but definitely the one for the subscriptions, otherwise the channels won't recognize that you subscribe to them, or I can't see that you're subscribed. I can only see the number of people. And then if you do that and you then subscribe, your name will be emblazoned across the screen for a few seconds. And if you've already subscribed and you had it on privacy, I think if you unsubscribe once you've done that and subscribe again, it'll work. YouTube lesson of the evening. Good on you, Nick. Once a postie, always a postie, eh? Got to be delivering something. Yeah. Fair play, mate. Nick was out delivering food parcels. I never got mine. He must have had to go through about 3/4 of an hour of nothing getting done and me not getting anywhere with the programme. So fair play if you got through that bit. If you'd watched it today or this afternoon, I've edited all that out, so it just starts from where I actually started, a bit like this one will. I'll probably delete the first 5 or 10 minutes of me wrestling with the training programme. So, what can I say? Ask me a question. Are you delivering parcels of Mrs. C? I think Mick may have gone off channel. Maybe to sort out his settings. Ooh, extra resistance. I'm not liking this. I'll turn the volume up on my phone just so that I can hear notifications if they come in. So you can hear my voice saying what I've just said in 20 seconds time. Please tell me and I'll turn it back down again, because that would be quite annoying if it goes on like that for a length of time. Easy. Is it easy? Actually, I remember the first time I looked for it, I couldn't. You have to be on my channel. How do you do it? You click on your picture. That's what you do. Click on your picture when you're in YouTube, and a list will come down underneath your picture. One of those options is my channel. You click on my channel, and then there'll be another set of options that comes down the left hand side then. And if you scroll down, it's fairly near the bottom, you click on settings, and one of those options is privacy. And there's just two options on the privacy. You can turn them off. Evening, Deanne. I've just been telling everybody how to get there so their notifications come if they subscribe to the channel. I don't know if you subscribed or not, but I'll explain again. And Nick can hear it again if he wants to. You need the privacies turned off for your lists of subscribed channels and playlists. Not necessarily the playlists, but it's easy to turn them both off. Click on your photo on your YouTube channel, and I think what comes up then is my channel. Click on that. So yeah, click on your photo, options come up. One of the top options is my channel. Click on that. Your channel will open up. On the other side then, you need to click on settings, and then I think you scroll down to privacy, When you've opened up privacy, you've got two little switches that you can turn on and off. Turn them both off and then subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to it, unsubscribe and subscribe again, and your name will come up on the screen and you'll be immortalized on YouTube. And also, the main thing about that is I can see who's subscribed. At the moment, we've got about 14 people subscribed, but I can only see 2 of them. So that's that lesson. Yes, you're subscribed. That's right, but I can't see you, I don't think. So you need to turn that off. It doesn't affect privacy. That's all in advanced settings. Diane did another bike ride. Well done, Diane. I tried growing a beard today. Been straightening all day. Nothing's happened. Right, we're at the 3 mile mark. I think Diane's just gone off. We'll wait to see if we come back to 3 people. You got down to 1 person. That didn't go the way it's supposed to go. Back up to 2 people. Woohoo! I'm famous. Not such big hills today. I can't see what we're about to come up to. Can anybody that might have a bigger screen than me tell me what we're just passing? I can see some landmarks. We just passed a lock. I read the name of the lock, but I can't remember what it was now. I'm conscious of letting go of the handlebars now. Nick's told me off for riding with no hands. I was texting as well anyway yesterday, wasn't I? So. I will. I was on dark and light a little bit last night. It's a game that me and the big un play. I collected loads and loads of iron in my dragon. If that makes any sense to anybody other than Nick. Which means that I'll have a whole full box and I then need to go out and collect mithril. That had me thinking, I'm not going to go on about the game because that would be very boring because you don't know what it is. There's three main things. Copper, I know what copper is. Iron, I know what iron is. Mithril. Anybody? Is that a real thing? Is mithril a real ore or metal? Just a random question. Good question to ask the teacher. Right, we've actually gone through the 3 mile mark, which is a bit further than I wanted to go before we got our guesses in. So, guesses. So we're on 4 miles now. You can see where the red line is at the bottom. You can see where we started, see where we're finishing. So the nearest tenth of a mile. How far do you think this stage is? I'm not guessing. Oh, pardon me, because I know. I did know, but I've forgotten. But I'm sure I'll guess it, even though I've forgotten. Excuse my breathing. Hitting a little bit of a wall. $13.2. Oh. I'm just taking somebody doesn't say 20 and they're right. No, it's not 20. You were closest last night, weren't you, Dee? Afterwards, Mrs. Macaroni's sister, Anita, said that she got it spot on. We don't have chat proof, but she's an honest person. So, because we've got the proof of yours, I'm going to call it a tie. So, the knowledgeable one. Thank you, Nick. Keeping close. Deanne's the expert at this, so it's a good idea. You've got a 13.2 and a 13.5. Is Joanne still on? Do any of you have your respective partners watching, or are you all watching solo? Ow. Just going to give something a rest. Taking the weight off my prized possession. That's my bum, not the other bit. That's the legs there. I should maybe have the trainer on here, just because I shouldn't stop. I'm looking at the map on YouTube. But because of the delay, I'm talking about the map at 20-30 seconds ago. Whereas you're hearing me live, I think that's right. So and that way I can see the landmarks. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got two things not working today. The power, for some reason, it's not anything that I pay specific attention to. The only time I really need the power on is if I was doing real training and I was doing my I think it's right now, FPT. I might stream one of those at some stage. That's when you'll really see me virtually dying. It is an absolute killer. You have to do at least one just to get the realism of the settings. Basically it tests your, I don't know, all sorts of stuff, ability to sustain your highest power rate, all that kind of stuff. Takes an hour and 20 minutes of hell. This is a piece of cake compared to that. Hi Chris. Just you, Nick. Oh, is Mrs. T out and about? Mrs. T? Mrs. C. TC. Joe's gone AWOL, I think. Somebody else has joined. Who may that be? Do they have chat? Can they say hello? Will we find out? Exciting. Ah. Gone past Guns Castle. I think we go past the golf course. And we go past the standing stone. Had a look at that today. I was setting it up. Just one, it's not exactly Haysbury, certainly not Stonehenge. It's kind of like one stone of Haysbury's. They say the biggest one. The biggest Haysbury stone, one, standing in a field with sheep around it. Too exciting for you to watch, hey? I can imagine. I am single-handedly going to invent a new saying. Watching paint dry will be a saying of the past. Watching Richard cycle will be the new version of this is boring. pizza and a beer. Oh, I so would love a glass of pizza. Possibly not quite true to form, because I'm supposed to be teetotal. I am teetotal. But I have got very much into botanicals. Or, to put it another way, non-alcoholic gin and tonics. I've even got all the little bits to put in it. We've got little dried rosebuds, juniper berries, hibiscus flowers, orange blossom flowers, elderflower, lots of flowers, star anise. It's a lovely botanical drink, which is basically those kind of things shoved in water and left for a long time. Stick some tonic water with it. Very refreshing drink for those that don't drink. And then you chuck all the other bits on top of it just to look pretty with a slice of lemon. %. Oh, joined the club. Which one is it? I've ordered some new botanicals as well. It's amazing what you can get on Amazon. Well, on the charity front, I have sent an email to the powers that be around the fundraising area of, not the NHS side, that's all done, dusted, sorted. Don't seem moving anywhere on it. So I'm going to be setting that side up as just straightforward Salvation Army, and then they'll pick it up at the other end to move it to Gloucester House, because otherwise I'm going to get halfway to Land's End and still not have a charity button. So I've told them that I will be setting up the page where I can then put links on, hopefully counters for how much money we have or haven't got, and I'm going to try and set that up tomorrow. Whether they get back to me or not doesn't matter. That will maybe make it difficult their side, but I actually think that that's probably what they're going to have to do anyway. Without getting too technical, one of the charities is part of a large charity, so it doesn't have its own separate charity number. So, a bit confusing, but what I'm basically saying is, whatever happens, hopefully tomorrow, the day after at the latest, because I don't know how long it actually takes to set up the site, whether you've got to wait for anything to be uploaded or checked. We will have that on the stream. I don't know whether it will be on the actual stream or not. It may take the form of a link in the description that you click on to go to the site. I think that's what often happens with a lot of stuff on YouTube. You put a link underneath it, so when you finish watching it, or even while you're watching it, you can go underneath if you haven't got it on full screen and click on a link. That's what I'm hoping will happen. The other bit what I'd like to do is, obviously there'll be a page with a figure on, which is going to be 0 to start with, and I want to paste that on what you're watching at the moment, So like we got all the bits and pieces on the screen, like the silly monkey face, and the that one with the sunglasses on as well. That's a joke, that is. There will be another little box somewhere, probably next to the monkey face, to do a ride. I suppose theoretically, and I suppose any physio sport people would tell you I need to have one day when I'm not riding, really. Need a recovery day at least. Although I'm not exactly doing masses at the moment. So that may become my rest day Friday. It makes sense to do it through the weekend because more people have got more time to watch at the weekend. There are certain people. We've got Sean, he's a key worker out there, and Jo, she's a key worker out there, so they're working. Us quarantined and retired folk, we've got a little bit more time. Or have we? I don't think we have. This is kind of like a little taster of retired. And I'm kind of like only just about getting everything done in time to do the streaming. And that's because everything seems to be going on with the technical side of it at the moment. Heineken. Sorry, only just seen that. You at AFK, Nick? I was talking to you. Heineken Zero. It's a good one because there is absolutely no alcohol whatsoever in it. Although some of the ones, 0.05 and those kind of things, they're still classed as zero because orange juice has at least that. It has between 0.2 and 0.5 alcohol in it, depending on how fresh or ripe it is. Not a lot of people know that. Try not to look at the miles, but I just have done now. That's not 7.2, and judging by the line, kind of looks like we're about halfway through. I just realised. Never mind. Oh, that's good. I'm hoping I haven't done a silly. I think I've cut the bottom of the screen off because right at the very bottom of the screen is the miles. So you're probably thinking, why is he asking us how far it is? And I can already see. If you can, then I think the next time I'll cut that little bit off. Certainly on my screen, I can't see the miles. Who's going to be honest? Are you there yet? Good evening, Sean. No, I'm not. I'm halfway and I need a wee. Oh, that didn't sound good. I have ordered a new chain because there's a very good chance this chain will not last the full length. Because I don't know exactly how many miles this chain's done. So really the only things, fingers crossed, that can break or wear on this, the rear cassette, I have a spare. No bearings going around in the wheels, so that's fine. The chain, obviously, I will have a spare. And then the only other thing is the bottom bracket. I can get spares for that, and I'm sure there's certain people with the knowledge that if I left my bike at the bottom of the drive, they may be able to fix it for me if I can't do it myself with the help of fantastic YouTube tutorials. And the only other thing that can break, which I sincerely hope doesn't, touch wood, is the trainer itself. If that breaks, I'm a little bit buggered. You may have to take a break for a little bit. And my bank account might have to take a bit of a pounding. So that's it. Tyres I've got no worries about. I've got 2 tyres. I'm not expecting that tyre to wear out anytime soon. You can't see the miles, that's good. I did that on purpose, honest. Did it crash then? Or did it carry on running? It looked to me like everything suddenly stopped. If it did, I was just in the middle of thanking somebody for my wonderful blackcurrant squash. Michelle, next door but 3-4 neighbour. Very nice person, very kind person. Thank you very much, Michelle. Who's got 6 people on now? Wow. One other thing, not quite as technical as the privacy settings. If anybody wants instructions again on turning those off, then feel free. If you like what you're watching, even if you don't like what you're watching, stop looking at me, missus. She's putting me off. Yeah, if you like what you're watching, little thumbs up sign at the bottom, which is for likes. If you could click that, if you all click it, I'll make millions. No, I wish I would. No, that is another world altogether, unfortunately. But if you do click it, it means it gets shared more. The more likes a stream video gets, the more it will get shared. The more it gets shared, more people get interested, more money we raise for charity. So if at the end of this or during it you can tick the like button, and if you've watched any of the others and you like those, if you can go back and tick the like buttons on those, absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. You'll possibly get bored of me asking for that, but it can make a difference. Unfortunately, it won't make a difference to me money-wise. It'll make a difference to charities money-wise, because I think you need 4,000 subscribers. And I don't think I'm going to get 4,000 people interested in watching me cycle. But if I can get 1 or 2 more that put money towards a charity, that's fine by me. Anybody got any questions? Advice even, other than peeing in the water bottle? Sean is a key worker, works at GWH. He's not a nurse, he doesn't have the legs for it. He does a very important job working at the hospital. So thank you, Sean. Joe's a key worker, gets meals out. Ah, there's a connection there, Nick and Joe. Joe, how can we put it? Organises getting meals out to old people. Nick spent today getting meals out to vulnerable people. I ridden a bike nowhere. Apologies, I'm useless. What's the longest motorway in the UK? I'd say the M1. It's only London to Leeds, isn't it? It's got to be one of the ones that goes into Scotland. It's the one we're riding along now. It's not a motorway. What is the longest motorway in the UK? M19. I don't know. Do you know, Sean? What's the sorest bum in the UK? Mine. Ah. Excuse me, I'm having a moment. This is not an obstacle. This is the path. M6. Ah. Rugby to Gretna. Do you know what the second longest is then? Or what's the second longest? You got your Godal. So what's the second longest? And where is the M1 on the list of longest motorways? Top 20 or whatever. Oh, we're passing the golf club. Libster Golf Club. Doesn't look very big. Looks like you might have some nice sea views there. You wouldn't hit your ball too far in that direction, would you? Well, actually, you can only just about see on the map, but yeah, not far past the other end of that golf club is the sea, because they're pretty much riding along the edge of the sea. Those are funny little straight lines. There's straight lines there on the map. Oh, weird, little rivers. Little rivers. Oh. Apparently, we passed the police station. Although you can't see it on the map, there's a little cafe just coming up to. I'm going to get a cup of tea there. See, I told you to keep it realistic. It's just by this river, I think. Oh, it is the M1 is the second. M4. So a lot of them are around us then. Well, we are kind of quite central, I suppose, aren't we? Apart from M1. I always think of the M1 near us because I used to kind of live up that way near to the end of it. Apologies to northerners, but although you can't tell by my accent, it's where I grew up. I grew up in BBC Yorkshire, i.e. York. So yeah, getting a cup of tea in a minute. You may see Mrs. Macaroni. Well, you may not, because the camera's up quite high. She was blessed with a lack of inches. A bit like me. Getting delirious. She's very nearly fit underneath the camera. So nicely. No. You have to stretch over for it. She did her hair last night, so if you do see, remember, everybody say how nice it looks. Not cut. I did mine. See? I think I've got another week before this is ungellable, and I'm going to have to think of another option. Did I say D? Need? D? Oh, Deanne. D. Got too many D's. What you need to. We've only got one Deanne there, haven't we? There is only one Deanne. I did try growing my beard today. Straining a lot, still not come out. No. Have another try tomorrow. A bowl haircut. Is that like a haircut that bowlers have, or a haircut with bowl? Huh? Oh, you can. This is the new kind. This is, because of the coronavirus, it's drive-through cafes now. Thank you. Oh, it's hot. Wouldn't that be good? Drive-through cafes for cyclists. Need it in a bottle. You can get, and I am going to get one actually. I always use these Camelback bottles because they're really good. My favourite drinking bottles, and they do a thermos version of it. So when I get back on the road properly, I'm going to have one of those because that would be so nice. Get out on a bike ride, and even if the cafes aren't open, stop for a nice cup of tea. In fact, I suppose for cyclists at the moment that maybe would normally do that, stop at a little cafe, cup of tea and a cake or something. It's your only option now. You can get fed up with cold drinks. I've got nowhere to put it. I had a little table here last night, but I don't know if you can see that. I've made a little, what's the word for it, improvised mouse mat sticky outy thing, because basically that's the reason I stretch into there, is that's where all the technical stuff is, apart from the technical stuff over there, which is obviously the camera. Yeah, has lots of wires, bits and pieces, Ethernet cables, big monster laptop, and my little mouse, and a very good stand. I need to get a stand so I could keep it close to the bike. One of the things I have to get on the internet to be able to get this going. And then there's loads of wires running all along here, all down there, all over to that. I have another wire. It's all about buying wires at the moment. It means I can extend the Ethernet cable from 15 to 25 meters. So, in the near future, we'll be able to ride, and I'll be able to put it on the garden, which might be a bit nicer because it's a nice little background wall there, potted plants. It's difficult from here to sort of, I guess you can see there's a bit of sky there, but you can't see, which I can. It's a lovely view out there. Anybody that lives in Highworth knows that probably 80-90% of the houses have fantastic views of the area around it. Love it. And we will be riding through Highworth on this journey. We'll actually be going down into the Windrush estate and back up again. We will be going past Gloucester House, which is one of the charities. As I said, hopefully that will all be set up tomorrow for links and things. And I don't care what you donate at the end of the day. Every little penny helps. And I also know that at the moment, everybody needs to watch their pennies. So nobody overstretch themselves, please. I know you don't normally say things like that when you're talking about donating to charities and things like that, but give what you feel you can at the moment if you want to give. If you don't want to give, if you just want to come along the ride with me, that's absolutely fine as well. Helps keep me sane. Keep me sane. Helps stop me getting more insane. Okay. I don't know if I've drunk any of this yet. See, I can't even ride and drink tea. It's very hard when you can't move your hands. Never, ever put a cup of tea on a laptop. It's a very silly thing to do. Never ride a bicycle with a hot cup of tea. Another silly thing to do. Never ride a bicycle without a helmet. Seriously, in today's day and age with the cars the way they are and the traffic the way it is, if you want to go out on bikes, please put a helmet on. That's me being serious. It doesn't happen very often. I am just stopping for 2 seconds. Just put the stand down. There we go. It's getting bright. Probably looks quite dark to you, but I've got the sun shining right in that window and then back at me. And that was a good excuse to get off anyway. See? Refreshes you. Look at that pales. A bowl haircut. I may if I know that my hair got so bad that I'm going to have to shave it off just for one stream, I may actually do a bowl haircut. I think there's a bowl in that kitchen with my name on it. Perfect size. Pyrex hairstyle. Going on the flip side now, I'm pushing up the donations. You'll see. There'll have to be a certain amount of donations before I go for a bowl haircut, and it will only be for a day, even though I can hide a lot of the time. Don't want to scare the Amazon delivery men off. And never get my bike chain. Well, I don't think we're far away. Is that a North Shore Ottery? The name of a place, or is there an ottery? Do they make otters? Interesting. I think that's what it says. Yeah, North Shore Ottery, isn't it? Do you farm otters? You wouldn't get that many burgers out of them, would you? Nice on a pizza day. My foot wasn't in a pedal. It didn't make me fall off. And I would have definitely thought I should have put my helmet on. Did you hear the dogs? They're beautiful dogs. They sing in the morning. Love dogs. I remember, do you have a dog, Deanne? Nick does. Well, my map's a bit more stretched out. I can see in the very far corner a finishing line. Which is a place called the Blaines in Latheronwheel. I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope that's how you pronounce it. The Blaines. It's owned by Joanna as well, Joanna. I can't remember her last name now. But I spoke to them. Booked the room for the night. Very friendly people. I'll be staying there again, I'm sure. Like anybody else in the hospitality world, are all struggling at the moment. They're closed down at the moment, as most of them are. Well, all of them are, I think, pretty much. To spare a thought for them at the Blaines. And if you're ever up that way, in Bonnie, Scotland, pay a visit there. The rooms look really nice. It's a lovely kind of, I think if I remember rightly, is it like a white building? But it's a very friendly gentleman. Told him I'd be staying at his place virtually tonight. We had a little chat. Not long, because I didn't have long to get this set up. So, yeah, I'm going to try and do that with most of the places that we stay. I guess some people will say, what you bring us up for, you're mad. And some people like these people, be friendly and have time for a few words and a chat. That's what it's all about at the moment, isn't it? Being nice to each other. So I get more cheerful as I realise that I'm not that far away from the end. Yeah, this is easy now. I can do this. I didn't feel like that between 5 and 6 miles. I hit a bit of a wobbly, to be honest. Going over a little bump. So it's not a little bump, it's a little dip. A little dip down the corner. It's a heritage museum. Yeah, I'm looking over the hedge at the sign, basically is what I'm doing, you see. Yeah, it's a heritage museum. And the standing stone I was talking about, it's quite big. It's like it looks quite smart actually, to be honest. I did say, it's just one stone, but it is this humongous, like, square section going up, with like moss all over it. I've seen a picture of sheep around it. Sean, you look lovely next to that stone, trust me. So, looks like we go up a little hill and then very steep downhill. So the blends are down a hill, unless they're halfway up. I don't know if they're down the bottom of the hill, because I can only see to the end, so I don't know That really does go down, that last little bit. It looks like quite a steep hill. Just looking to see if I can see what else is in. Just getting in a little bit closer. Okay. $13.4. Oh. Oh, we're past the Anns. But only Nick and Deanne guessed. Unless Nita's watching, and she'll probably be screaming at the TV like she did last night, saying, "Oh, it's closest." But at the moment, looking like you won it, Nick. 13.5 yours was. Only 2 guesses. That dog's not chasing me anymore. Yeah, so just gonna be breath back for the last little bit. So I guess we're either, I don't know whether we're already in, or we're just approaching Latheronwheel. Latheronwheel. Is it pronounced, you think, like Latheronwheel? No, that's Latheronwheel, isn't it? I'm talking to myself. Oh, of course I'm talking to myself. I'm on the stream. You've got in internet land. Right, you want to sprint home, we're just leisurely up the last little bit. Thanks to all of you who've come along for the ride. And keeping me company. I will be doing something similar tomorrow at a similar time. If you wish to join me, brilliant. As I say, if you can put your thumbs up on this one and any of the others you watched, that might help the monies, and hopefully we'll have the charity setup bit done, and maybe on tomorrow if I can get it sorted. And I think we're nearly there. We're going to stop. We are there. We have made it. Woohoo! Thanks, guys. Love you all. Peace out. Stay safe.